Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Let's make these delicious buttery garlicky dinner rolls. Let's get started. So to my bowl, I'm going to use some warm milk, some sugar and some yeast, and I'm going to mix this and set aside to proof and allow this to get foamy. If your yeast does not look like this after 10 minutes or so, it's bad, so you should throw it out and start again. So in with an egg, room temperature egg, and I'm going to go ahead, whisk well to combine. And I'm going to go in with some bread flour and some salt. Of course, you could use all-purpose flour, and I'm going to mix well to combine. I will leave the full measurement amount down below, so you could go ahead and check it out. Once our dough come together in a shaggy mess, this is going to be a super hydration dough, meaning it's super soft. I'm going to go in with some garlic, some parsley flakes and some softened butter, and I'm going to mix this in. And as I mentioned before, this is going to be a super hydration dough, meaning it's wet and sticky, hence this delicious, fluffy, soft and delicious end product. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my hands just to mix it in and allow all the garlic, the butter and the parsley flakes to distribute throughout the dough evenly. So I'm going to do this for about 4 to 5 minutes, because you don't need to knead this for a very long time. Now my dough is nice and mixed in, and I'm just going to go ahead and cover this up with some plastic wrap and set this aside to double in size. This will take roughly about 45 minutes to an hour, and being as the weather is a little bit chill, it may take a longer time. So I'm just going to go ahead and grease my bowl that I'll be using. Of course, you could use some cooking spray, and of course you could use any baking dish of choice. So I'm just going to grease my bowl and set aside. Now after about an hour and a half, because I mentioned it is super chill, my dough is ready. So I'm just going to go ahead, remove the plastic wrap, and I'm going to go ahead and grease my hands with some vegetable oil. Any neutral oil will work so that the dough can be more pliable. And as you can see, it's nice and soft and stretchy and more manageable. So I'm just going to go ahead, grease my countertop or my work surface. Make sure you have a clean working area. Anything will work. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the dough onto my work surface, making it more easier to work with. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it onto itself. So I'm just going to make about 15 rolls with this. You could get as much or as little as you like. You could make them as big or as small as your heart's desire. So I'm just going to go ahead and section these out into some small pieces, making it the desired size that I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and section these out into some small pieces, then I'll show you what I do next. Now, if you want to be precise on the size, you could go ahead and use a food scale to measure these out, or you could just eyeball it. Anyway, it is super delicious and perfect. They don't have to be perfect in size. So I'm just going to turn these onto themselves, making a brown ball. And then I'm going to use the countertop to smooth it out just like this and set aside. And I'm going to go ahead until all my dough is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and place them in my grease bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead, cover and allow them to double in size for another 45 minutes to an hour. It may take quicker, but as I mentioned, depending on the temperature of your house, it may take a longer time. So you want to set aside and allow this to double in size. This is what it's looking like after it's done. So into my preheated oven of 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. Here I have some parsley flakes and butter and a little bit of garlic powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush this onto the top. And let me tell you, this is smelling nose blinding at this moment. Super delicious. You'll absolutely love this one. And I'm just going to go ahead and break into it and show you what it's looking like. It was super tender. It was even better the next day. As I mentioned, you could serve this up with any other main course. This could be the perfect side dish for your Thanksgiving, any holiday event. Perfect. Super soft, buttery, fluffy, all of the above. If you like this video so far, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave me a comment down below if you have any question. That's it, my beautiful people. I thank you so very much for watching. Until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.